suit and tie, but baby, I go to work. Don't do it for the money, but that's one of the perks. If y'all got the shovel, then I got the dirt. 'Cause burying rappers what I mean when I say take them to church. Oh man, I'm back with more.
Hey guys, so welcome back to our channel. This video is going to be like a little Q&A about us. Some questions. These questions are all just off the internet and just some questions that you guys want to know about us. So
that we thought you guys would be entertained about.
Hopefully this helps to get to know us a little bit better. We are brand new YouTubers to this to the YouTube world, so we are still catching up on the trends and just everything that YouTubers would put out on stuff that you guys would be interested to watch. So without further ado, let's get into it. Woo! So here are us answering some questions.
Number 1 is, are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? I'm more of a person to avoid it because literally I'm always my circle's small at school because I just do not like the drama. So I would say I try to avoid it, but somehow drama still begins to start between me and my sister for no random reason. So sometimes
I
try to avoid it as much as I can because I'm just not a drama person. At what age did you go on your first date? Funny story.
17.
I had a boyfriend for 1.5 years, but at that time my mom was like, you're not allowed to go on a date because it's a boy. And so I never had a chance to really go on a date. If I did, it would be with the guy that I was friends with, that we had feelings for each other, and we went to the movies to see Grinch. So I guess I could say 17, but my sister came along. She sat at the front row, and I sat in the back row. Me and him sat beside each other, so is that really considered a date? I mean, your sister came along, so...
I think I was either 16 or 17, I can't remember, on my first date. My mom, my dream date was always the movies. I always would see it in movies, and they made it all cute, and so my first date was at a movie theater. I think I was 16 on my first date. I was super excited that my mom finally let me go to the movies by myself because she's it's dark, teenage boys in a dark room, things could just happen. So my mom was kind of iffy about that, so I had my first date when I'm 16.
Number 3. Can you touch your nose with your tongue? Yes.
No.
Yes, I can. You're so close.
I can't.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
What's really love in high school? What's considered love? I don't know. I mean, I think that's hard.
I'm a very difficult person, and I know that's really hard, but I am a very difficult person. I really have high standards when it comes to guys and dating. I don't know, do I believe in it? I believe that someone can be a soulmate. I do believe that, and say, if you broke up with, your long-term relationship, if it doesn't work out, I always been told that if it's meant to be, that person will always come back around. But honestly, I don't believe in love at first sight, and I know that's, really strange, but I don't.
I don't either. Number 4. Do you have a whole lot of acquaintances or just a few very close friends?
I have a whole lot of acquaintances.
Yes, because...
And it's, really odd because I only hang out with,
3 people.
2 at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a breakup, are you normally the one to ask for comfort or just be alone? I'm the one, after a breakup, I would rather be alone. I would rather not someone talk about it. I would rather just mope in my room, basically. I know that sounds really depressing, but I'd rather deal with my own problems in my own way, and I deal with that with crying, and I know that sounds really weird and really depressing, but yeah, I would rather be alone.
And another one is, because we live in the UK, so one is US or UK.
US.
And mine's the UK. It's not just because, okay, in the UK, has given me so many opportunities that I would not have in the States. I have a job here, I do cheer, I do Zumba, I just feel in the States, some of those opportunities wouldn't be as visible as you can find them as a 17-year-old girl. For me, I literally go to work one day a week and make, $20 an hour, and like I have a cheer team that it's really great. So I just feel like some of the opportunities here in the UK are maybe for me better than maybe in the US, but I like the UK.
I like the US, like don't get me wrong, the UK does give me a lot of advantage of traveling and seeing new perspectives of the world. I just like personally the US. I like their food. I've always wanted to experience what high school was like in the States. I've been over here since my 8th grade year, and I'm a junior now, so my whole high school life has been overseas, and so like we do have a prom, but like back in the States they do like homecoming parades, so you'll have like your Friday night light football game, and then you'll have your nominees on the court, and then they'll announce it that day, not at the dance. I feel like in the parade's like a whole day kind of like celebration. So I feel like I do want to be a U.S. high school student in a way, and like over here it's like it's still cool, but like there's just a bunch of drama and everything. I'd rather just be in the States, that way I have more of a variety of people to reach out to and try to be friends with. So I guess that's just my explanation.
Have you ever won a trophy or an award? What was it for? Yes.
Yes.
I've won 3 trophies and like a bunch of ribbons for running, because that was our sport before we got interested in cheer. Like we did cheer, but a lot of the times like we just went and watched YouTube videos and taught ourselves, but we weren't part of like a cheer team.
Yeah.
So, but we enjoyed running. So like I came in like 2nd and 3rd during like amazing like events, like what are they called?
Champions?
No, it's not events, but they're like,
I have no idea what you're trying to say. To be honest.
they're considered like fun runs, but they're called, what are they called?
They're like fun,
5Ks and stuff.
yeah.
But
I
like,
was gonna say fundraisers.
like 3 miles and stuff, but you're like in chart, like each school gets so many amount of awards or like everything, and I came in like 3rd 2 years in a row, so it was like pretty good that I came in 3rd from like the whole country and county. So it was pretty nice, and I've won like 1st, 2nd, 3rd place ribbons for just running. So overall, they're like all over there, and so yeah, it's running and cheers basically are sports. So.
I have won trophies. I have won a 2nd place trophy for running in the county and a 3rd place running trophy in the county, and I also won a 2nd place trophy for state. I almost got 1st, but I kind of backed off a little bit because I started off the way I shouldn't have. So I ended with a 6:05 mile, and this girl beat me by 5:48. So we were not too far behind. If I would have kept up my speed, I would have came 1st and would have became a state champ. But you know, your girl learns from her mistakes. So
Okay, how many countries have you been to? Well, we live in the UK now, as we've already said.
11.
So we've been to 13.
13.
So we've been to 13 countries since we've been over here
I
in
can't-
4 years.
I
We've
would-
been to 6 states, but they're all like in the South. Like
Yeah.
they're all been like to Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina,
Georgia,
South Carolina, and
Georgia.
and there was one, yeah. So they all are right there, like in
Together.
that same area.
Yeah.
So I haven't been like to Texas,
I would
New York,
name the
or, like,
countries
anything
we've
like
been to, but I don't know all of them on the top of my head. Like I know, like we've been to Portugal, we've been to Spain,
Yeah, I
we've
can't
been
tell
to
you.
Amsterdam.
So we've been to Austria, Croatia, of course England, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Portugal, Scotland, Spain, Switzerland, and the Netherlands.
So we've been pretty much around the world. It's a really great opportunity, especially just traveling. I love it. I get to see new places.
How many times a day do you look at yourself in the mirror? Every day. Like every second of the day. Like I go to the mirror if I have my outfit on in the mornings 10 times before I say,
sounds like
okay,
we're
does it look cute?
That sounds like
Like-
we're conceited.
Well, you gotta look cute, you know? There's some cute guys out there. You just gotta look flawless.
I always
Just kidding. Every day I go to school literally dressed like a bum. So I don't think I'm impressing anyone. So I don't have to worry about anything. How often do you read the newspaper? Never.
Yeah.
How old do you think you'll be when you get married?
I want to be 21. I know that sounds really young.
That's like
but I want to be 21.
That's in 4 years. You be barely graduated high school. You be at 2 years out of high school.
I know that sounds really weird, but I feel like 25 is too old to start a family, and I feel like 18 is too young to start, so I feel like 21 meets the middle.
I feel like I want 23, 24 is like mature enough.
I feel like that's so old.
No.
I don't know, for
I mean,
me.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to keep my bikini body for as long as I can. Just
I
kidding.
don't know. We'll see where the future holds.
If you could eat lunch with one famous person, who would it be?
That's a hard question. I don't really know. I can't answer that because I really do not know.
That's hard because
I always wanted to meet Bailey Madison. She's a pretty cool person, but I don't know.
I don't know. That was
I always
hard.
wanted to meet Maddie Ziegler. I would probably eat lunch with her.
Yeah,
Because,
pretty
like,
cool.
we're both, I am a dancer, so, like, I look up to her. She's so good.
I don't know what mine would be. That's a good question. Mine would probably have to be Luke Bryan, maybe. I think he's cute. No! Who was that person?
Who? I don't know who you're talking about.
He's so fine. I don't know.
Are you talking about the guy on Divergent?
Step up.
Channing Tatum?
Yes! Oh my god. He's so
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? California.
beauty.
I would live in California. I've always, ever since...
But I like California too. I've never been.
I've
so
never been,
I
but
want
I
to go.
really want to live in California. I think it would be so pretty. I get to live the beach life. Oh gosh, I could just see myself being a California babe. I could just see it.
Okay, this one's a good one. If you could live forever, would you rather stay one age forever or get older? Honestly, I'm afraid of dying. So honestly, if I had a choice, I would rather stay one age forever.
I would say,
Because then you can just like.
I would say get older, just because I feel like if you stay one age forever, you'll get bored with your life. Because if you stay one age forever, then you'll have, okay, if you stay like one age, you have like the chance to explore more things. But I feel like the more you do and the more if you don't die, then you'll get very bored with life. But I feel like if you get older and you can experience these things on the way, I feel like life would be very fun.
If you had 1 year left to live, what would you do for it?
If I had one, I would probably, if I wasn't married and have kids, I would try to get married and have kids. If I had 1 year, I would try to start.
If I had 1 year left to live and I didn't have any kids, I would try to travel as much as I could.
And have like two different personalities.
And see. Well, I just admire, like, when my family books trips, I tell my parents, do not book the same trip twice. Because my parents are trying to go back to Croatia. And I'm just like, yeah, it was wonderful and everything, but we only get to come over here, like, once in a lifetime opportunity. Let's just go somewhere different that we haven't seen before. So I try to convince my parents, like, let's go here. Like, I don't want to see the same place twice. Like, in 3 days, I'm ready to go. So I think if seeing the same place twice, I might get bored.
If, what's your biggest regret? My biggest regret would probably be listening to people's hate on me instead of, like, being me. Like, I always would go to class and they would be like, why are you so loud? Or, you need to calm down. Why are you so hyper? And those things always used to affect me. Like, I'd always be like, oh, well, this person doesn't like me because they think I'm too loud. Or I can't make friends because I'm too hyper. But in reality, I think my biggest regret is not being myself. And I feel like my biggest regret is, God, I can't speak or think. My biggest regret would be, oh my God, why can't, okay. I'm trying to think.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. My biggest regret would be, like, not being myself and listening to negativity about myself and actually listening to them and trying to change. But all you really need to do is, this year I'm actually trying to change and be myself more, be more out there, be more outgoing, just be more of myself, because I'm a very outgoing person. I always smile. I'm always like this happy person. But lately I feel like I have changed just from a lot of stuff going on in my life. but I really do want to get back into being this happy person that I'm known for. That's probably like one of my biggest regrets.
I can see that, because I like a lot of people at our school like tell us that we're like dumb or like
Yeah.
you're too short or something like that, but I just try to ignore that because I'm actually proud of the person I became. Like,
We might not be like the
We might
sharpest
not-
person or like the smartest person,
person.
but like you don't really know like
but everyone at the comments say that we work, let's say you girls are amazing, like all that brings me up. And then for people at school not to see how great a person as we are, people just like at our school just find us
as
kind of,
jealousy,
like,
threats,
annoying and
like
all of that. Well, I guess other people have their own perspective, but I just see myself as different than other people because I find myself as a good person and like loving and sweet and nice. So like my biggest regret would probably just be listening to those people because I know I'm not that person.
People?
Yeah.
You said listening to those people.
Yeah, listening to those people is my biggest regret because
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I know I'm an amazing person and I know I have a heart and other people might not see that, but I do. So we'll do one more question.
To what extent do you trust people?
I gave it a 4.
Okay. I trust people, but if you go back and say, hey, I say something, and like I kind of like, I trust you, but then you go back and you say, maybe you say it to that person, or I'd be like, oh, why did you go tell Sally that I said that? Like, I would not trust you. I do try to let a lot of people in my life, even if they done me wrong, I'm not that person to be like, oh, well, you did me wrong, like, I'm just gonna ditch you now. Like, no. That's not the type of person I am. I am a very loving, kind person. I do try to let everybody in my life. So, as a trust person, I don't trust many people as I should, I feel like. I have very trust issues with certain people, like, say, if I'm in a relationship, and I know that's not very, like, good, I guess you could say, but I do have very little trust issues.
Okay, my trust issues is really bad because like I would not ever do a long distance relationship with anyone. It doesn't matter how much I like you or how much I'm in love with you. If you leave across the country, if I do, we're done. It's not that. It's just.
It depends.
It's just like, I don't know. Like the reason why I say that is because like, you could not be the cheater or you could be the cheater, but then it just makes the situation. I don't know.
Okay.
But like I just for one, I just don't think long distance relationships work, and for two, like you have to be here for the trust to happen, and if you're not here,
not necessarily. Like, even if you're in a long distance
people
relationship,
can say anything.
it still takes.
And you do trust that because you're not there to see that.
Okay, even though you're not there to see that, you still, like, even though I say that I have a little bit of trust issues for, like, just a little bit of things, I still feel like if you're in a relationship and you love that specific person, I feel like that you can still trust that person. And no matter, like, I don't really know what I'm trying to say,
like,
but, like,
I get what you're saying.
I am a very, like, I trust people just, like, it depends on how well I know you. Depending on, like, if you're a stranger, I wouldn't tell you my darkest secret. If you're, like, my best friend that I know for 4 years, I trust you with my darkest secret. So it just depends on the person.
I can see that.
And, like, just the person that and how well you know that person. That's what I would say.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys want our next video to be, because I think we have an idea, but we're not quite sure. But just comment down below anyways what you guys want to see in our next video.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Bye.